talks about the Utah Jazz struggling. Why do you think, and what do you mean when you say the Utah Jazz are struggling?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're just playing undisciplined basketball. I think that they're not following a game plan. You know, one night we'll see a lot of ball movement. The next night we won't see really any ball movement. We'll just see a lot of Jordan Clarkson in the paint, or we'll see a lot of, one particular style or the other. And that's not how this team wins games. And part of me is happy to see Will Hardy getting after it in the post-game press conference. Another part of me is saying, like, yeah, part of this is you, man. Like, part of this is you having to figure out, like, how to get these guys to play the brand of basketball that you want them to play. And I think there's another part of it that is like, hey, these guys are the guys, and they have their limitations, and they have their strengths. And I think that, they just haven't found a way to put that together. So, when you're losing to a team like the Spurs that had lost, 16 in a row, and you'd had that really rough first half in the first game you played with them, to me, I hate to say it, but it's almost not all that surprising that you would drop one to them, because that's who you've really been all season. I mean, this team has been fighting to be a 500 team all season, and that's not an issue. Frankly, we expected this to be like a 20-win team. So with where they are, I'm not saying that I'm upset with the job Will Hardy's done, but I just think that, when you have your head coach, going off in the post game, when you're losing to teams that, in my opinion, you should not be losing to, okay, then, that kind of causes controversial conversations and people get upset and a little bit salty. So I think that's kind of what they're dealing with right now.
Yeah, and I think it's something along the lines of that Will Hardy's got some growing up to do. I mean, I think, I don't want to speak for Will Hardy, or, I would guess that if he could go back, he would not say this exactly as he did.
I think we were very stubborn as a team tonight. We just refused to adjust. The game kept telling us over and over again what to do, and we sort of just refused. It's a hard game for us. Obviously, guys are out and some guys go down in the middle of the game. But again, we're a team. There's no excuses. These guys are professional basketball players, and obviously just a poor game for us all around.
That feels over the top to me. It feels like Will Hardy's being a drama queen with that.
Why do you say? I mean,
because when you say things, and I want to play the second bite too, because he talks about we need to snap out of it and we just refuse to do these things. You're putting that on the players, and I think you need to grow up as a head coach. Here's the second bite. Now, the funny thing is the drama does not stop.
Pass. Yeah, pass. When you have the ball and there's multiple people that are wearing a jersey not like yours in front of you, you should throw it to somebody else. And we have 20 turnovers to prove that we just sort of refuse to make the simple play over and over and over again. We would have little pockets where we did, and then we would just kind of go somewhere else. Like, I don't think it's because anybody's selfish. Like, I know the guys on our team, and I know their approach every day. I know they want to win. But sometimes you just have to, like, snap out of it a little bit and recognize what's working for us and what's not.
Yeah, and listen, I understand that Will Hardy's a young coach. I understand, again, flame on, brah. Like, he burns a really hot flame. Like, that guy is intense. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. I think if you're saying that you've told your players to pass and they refuse, I have a real problem with that. That is in my opinion, Jake, that's a significant issue.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, it is an issue, but part of me is like, man, like, what does this really mean in the big picture? That Will Hardy seemingly is battling his players a little bit right now, because in those bites he talks about how you have this team that just refuses to adjust. Hey, we just refuse to make adjustments in that game, and we basically paid the price. He goes on later in the press conference to say that the San Antonio Spurs deserve to win because they played harder and they took it from us. Like, I get it, you're frustrated. And I do agree that it is an issue to kind of do this to your players. And I think you have to give him a teeny bit of credit for throwing his players under the bus in the way that he did, because you notice what he did there. And I'm not even criticizing. I just think it's really interesting. Some coaches will be like, yeah, we just sucked tonight. We're terrible. Everyone's got to be better. Right? Like, we get those sound bites, not from the Jazz, like, specifically, but just in sports. You hear that coach come out sometimes. And then other coaches, and this is kind of Will Hardy's approach, will be like, yeah, we suck tonight, but I know these guys and I know they want to win. It's not for nothing. Like, I know they're doing their best. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. They're doing their best, but you're still throwing them under the bus, dude. You're still basically
right.
saying like, hey, you guys refuse to pass when you've got, 3 players who aren't wearing your jersey in front of you. Like, I felt like that particular comment it just was more negative than it needed to be. You could have just said, hey, yeah, like right now our biggest struggle is we're not moving the ball. We're driving the paint and they're collapsing on us and we're not kicking it out. And when we do kick it out, we make that shot at a pretty high percentage. He could have just he could have just said that. But what did he say instead? No, he said, well, when there's more guys standing in front of you that are wearing a different jersey, you should probably pass that to someone else. And we simply refuse to do that. But, it's not for not wanting to win. I mean, these guys want to win. I know my guys, right? Like, that's where I'm like, dude, like, you didn't need to dig them like that. You could have just simply said, yeah, the Spurs did their thing. They were better than us tonight. You know what I mean? Like, you could have just kind of flowed through the press conference, checked the box, and gone to another day. Because we all know that there's going to be another day. You have another game coming up. So I just didn't love that. And that's why I titled the show, Why Are the Utah Jazz Struggling? Because the question is, are they actually struggling in the big picture? Well, not really. You're overachieving right now, Will. Like, is that lost on anyone? You're overachieving expectations. Yet, what are we still getting? Will Hardy ripping his players. That's why I think he needs to grow up a little bit.
Yeah, and listen, I just think when you look at where Will Hardy is, I think this is probably, I don't know, is it too strong to say this is one of the first times ever in his professional career that he struggled? I mean, the organizations he's been part of, he comes to us from the Boston Celtics. Mm-hmm. So it's not like this guy's done a whole lot of losing in his career, and he's never been a head man before. So there
Danny's unfamiliar.
No.
Right? Danny knows his man.
No, but I think this is a lot to ask of Will Hardy. Mm-hmm. I really do, and I think that's why I said I understand that we're talking about players and developing and these young guys, but let's not forget that Will Hardy's a young coach too. I'm not saying
you just have to snap out of it a little bit.
And I'm not saying that he's doing a bad job. I just think that you have to understand that he's maturing just as much as a Walker Kessler's maturing, right? Like, I mean, he's learning on the job, and I don't think that's an easy ask. And frankly, I think there's going to be a lot of times where he's going to make mistakes. And I do view this thing with Will Hardy after the game the other night as a mistake. Mm-hmm. This is a mistake. He should not have done that. You're about to embark on a 6-game road trip where more than likely you're going to lose a lot more games than you're going to win on this trip. Facts. And if you're going to react like this after every one of those games, I just don't think that it's going to end well.
Well, and I think, I would imagine, I mean, again, speculation, right? But I would imagine just watching Will Hardy, both in person and on TV every night, it seems like I would imagine he's frustrated that they lost to a team like the Spurs. That's what I think was the frustration. I don't think that he was actually that frustrated that they weren't passing the ball well enough. Like, that's your job as a coach, to coach your team to move the ball more. Now, hey, maybe I'm wrong, but I would guess that's a source.
Well, and I've heard repeatedly that he's not such a hard ass in shoot-arounds and practices, that he does have a nurturing side. So I don't want to make this out like Will Hardy is just a guy who's always ripping his players, because I don't think that's the truth. But you find out who guys are when they're going through adversity. I think that's the real here. And when you lose games and you're not used to losing games in basketball, man, it's a tough pill to swallow. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Let's get some of your comments in here. Mike Chase, good afternoon. Appreciate you being the first one in. Jaron Eccles says, I don't like to think the Jazz are, quote, struggling. I prefer to see it as developing young guys and gaining experience for more successful years to come.
Yeah, this is the classic. How do you say you're fired in corporate, right? Like, how do you say we're sucking in nice language, right? Like, that's, I mean, I don't disagree, Jaron, that, I mean, you know, like I said, you can phrase it however you want to, but the reality is there in the big picture, with the goals you had this year, you're not struggling. You're overachieving. You're doing a phenomenal job of going out and doing what you needed to do. Again, you have to consider, obviously, Will Hardy is in the thick of that. And winning and losing games is obviously going to affect his relationship with the media after the game. I mean, that's only natural. But I just think that Will Hardy, seemingly has, you know, some growth to do. And, you know, if you know, who's the best coach in the league? I mean,
Steve Kerr,
Greg Popovich, you know, who the hell ever you want to point to. If a seasoned, you know, multi-time champion head coach had done this, probably wouldn't be complaining too much because, you know, he's a seasoned 20-year vet who's won 3 championships and, you know, has the resume to rip into his players whenever he wants to because he's been there and he's done that. Resume matters. And I think that's the thing for me is like Will Hardy, when he did this, it kind of felt like it just kind of came off as frustration. Whereas when I hear Steve Kerr complain, you notice if you go and watch Steve Kerr talk, Steve Kerr is never really talking in a heated sense. You ever notice that? Steve Kerr's always like real chill, just real calm. And basically, he just kind of tells it how it is, which is like, you know, we just weren't good tonight. You know, we didn't pass it enough. And I think that led to a lot of our shots, you know, being blocked or contested or, you know, and I got to coach him better and we got to figure that out. Like, it's a real easy thing to do, but you learn that in time. That's the thing.
Yeah, we'll see. I like I said, I'm a supporter of Will Hardy's. I am not at all saying he sucks or he's a bad coach or I'm not saying that. Lopes Fan Gabe, what's up, my Phoenix guy? Like button, casuals, please do hit the like button. We'll see Lopes Fan Gabe and Giggity and Taco Kenny and Fat Jesus, our Phoenix contingent. We'll see them. Wow, it's 2 weeks from tonight.
I know.
It is 2 weeks from tonight in Old Town Scottsdale. Looking forward to that. What's up, Maury Alvarez says, good afternoon, boys. The Jazz have a real road to hoe. Well, you ain't kidding. Have you guys looked at the standings? Start with the standings, right? The Jazz right now are in the 9th spot, tied with New Orleans for the 10th spot, a game behind the Lakers for the 12th spot.
Right.
Let's talk about schedules. This road trip coming up is a ball buster. OKC twice in a row, Friday, Sunday. By the way, I don't know if James Knight's here yet. I do want to talk about Josh Giddey today because I think him and Austin Reeves last night put on a hell of a show. I thought what Giddey and Austin Reeves did in that Laker OKC game was scintillating. I actually loved it. So 2 at OKC, Dallas, Orlando, Charlotte, Miami. That Charlotte game's the gimme game. Orlando, Dallas, and Miami are no gimme games. And depending on what happens with SGA, I don't think OKC's a gimme game either. That's a hell of a 6-game trip. Oh, by the way, you come home for Boston.
Right.
After that, good luck. Like this trip is going to be tough. Wahalo says Laurie plus 3 first-round picks to the Mavs, Kyrie to the Jazz. Well, Kyrie's going to be a free agent this summer, so I don't think they're going to trade him. I mean, I could be wrong. Kyrie's going to go sign with the Lakers, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He is, from the jump, said he wants to be a Laker.
What's up, big bro?
Wahalo, good to see you, man. Brad Turner, I hope not. I think Kyrie has proven he is dysfunctional most anywhere. Well, and it's funny. We were watching the Mavs game the other night, and he and Luka, I need to see them mesh. I need to see it become like a thing where they are cohesive, comfortable.
My name is Luka.
And listen, maybe that takes time. I'm all in that this is 3-4 games. I totally get that.
Right.
But you don't have a lot of time because you're in a position in Dallas now where you made this trade for Kai Rizzle. There are expectations, and they are steep expectations. Mm-hmm. So I don't necessarily believe they have a whole lot of time. And if Kyrie really wants to be in Dallas, which some say he does, frankly, I believe he wants to be in L.A. I mean, he's writing that ticket now.
Yes,
He is writing that ticket now.
Yep.
Good afternoon, Mr. Preston. Says happy Thursday, Hacks. Let's enjoy the show, shall we? Love the program. Appreciate that. Jazz Perch 1. Is that perch like the fish?
Program.
What kind of perch is that?
I have no idea.
Have you ever heard of a perch?
No.
You've never heard of a fish called a perch?
No. Nope.
Do you guys understand what I deal with? What's up, Giggity? Good to see you, buddy. See you in 2 weeks, Lee Christensen. Hope everyone is having a good day, you too. McKinley Cutler says, listening while getting my workout in. Hey.
What do you bench?
Hey.
Do you even lift?
Got a good shoulder cardio session this morning.
Yeah.
Dante May says, we're feeling out the roster to see who to keep. Totally agree with that. What's up, Ken Williams? Good to see you. Hey, there's James Knight. So much for no Pac-12 talk, LOL. Well, what do you mean? Look, we have literally talked Jazz the entire show today. The entire 17 minutes. K. Nurin says, looking like the Jazz are in full tank mode for a top 6 draft spot. I doubt that.
And what makes you think they're in tank mode, bro? Like, I still just don't understand.
But that's part of the thing I don't understand with Will Hardy. You've won 3 of 5. What are people so upset about?
Yeah.
You've won 3 of 5 games. It's not like you've had some huge losing streak. The Atlanta, Dallas, Minnesota loss, that 3 games was
And he
tough.
was pissed after the game, dude. Like,
Yeah, he was like his life was ending.
yeah.
You know, I'm trying to understand, like, why is that so upsetting? DeLambo, what's up, Jake? Says, I'm excited to see who does worse between the Lakers and the Jazz, LOL. I actually
Sort
think
of a natural reflex.
Dude, again, I know I'll die on this hill by myself, alone in the nighttime. You know, it's mud and alone and stuff.
Right.
The Lakers are better. The Lakers, I'm telling you, winning that game in OKC is bananas. It's bananas, dude. And it is Jared Vanderbilt. It is Malik Beasley. I will again say Austin Matthews is one of their most important players.
Yes.
He is a solid top 5 player on just about everybody's roster in this league. That cat can ball. And if you're bringing him off the bench, man, I think you're in good shape. In really good shape. What's up, Ken Williams? Says, K, the Jazz will never tank. I don't know about that. I wouldn't say never. Not anytime soon, I don't think. CK Hoffman says, what's up? Chan, what's up with you? DeLambo says, Will Hardass. Let's get it. Hey, man. I agree. Pudge, what's up? How about your Knicks, Pudge? A certain somebody I know refuses to acknowledge the greatness of the Knicks right now.
Facial recognition.
I'm not. Dude, win a playoff game. Win a playoff game.
It's not the playoff. You have such a boner over that. It's
What
not
do you-
the playoffs
okay.
yet.
Yeah, they're playing well. They're going to make a playoff appearance, and then when they lose, then we're going to talk about how they disappointed.
No,
That's what they do every year.
When the
dude.
Knicks, the Knicks got to get in the playoffs to disappoint in the playoffs.
But what am I supposed to say? Am I supposed
That
to
this
say
is a
that,
significantly better
like-
team, and the moves they made over the summer paid off, with the exception of not trading for Donovan Mitchell.
Okay, yeah, we can say that. I think Jalen's worked out great. I think he's a good fit. Like, he is. I think Julius Randle's playing fine. I think Mitchell Robinson coming back.
Why do you
really,
hate the Knicks?
Because everybody wants to, wax poetic and say that they're playing amazing basketball. Like my big thing with the Knicks, my big thing with the Sixers, my big thing with any team, the Suns. Perfect example. Dude, the Suns, I'm not crowning you a champion until you actually go and do it. It's
Crown 'em.
cool. It's cool that you got Kevin Durant. That does not mean that you're going to the NBA Finals. It doesn't. It's not a guaranteed ticket anymore. So to me, I'm not the guy that's going to sit here and be like, yeah, wow. Yeah, the Knicks are playing amazing basketball, and they're gonna go out, and I think they'll win a series. I don't trust them to win a series. That's the thing. I don't trust Philly to win a series.
Listen, Linda, listen. Who cares if they win a series? They're relevant again. And I think that for the Knicks, I think just winning games is incredibly important. And I think you look at the teams I always talk about. I think Boston, New York, Philly, Chicago, and the Lakers, you really need them to be good for this league to thrive. And Philly and Boston have been mediocre in the last several years. They've been good, not great. The Knicks have been terrible. The Lakers have been terrible. The Bulls have been terrible. I think the league is a better place when those I don't know, what would you call it, heritage franchises?
Yeah, the pillars of the league. The Boston
are doing well.
Knicks, Lakers, Bulls, those OG teams.
Yeah, I agree. What's up, Teddy Wayman? How are you? Good to see you, Teddy. Ken also says, hello, Teddy. I love it. James Knight says, with all due respect, Monty, you have no idea the message driven by Will Hardy in the locker room. Okay, cool. Main Event says Jazz need...
That's just such a casual take, dude.
Main Event says Jazz need a leader on the floor. That's the issue. Certainly one of them.
Totally agree, man.
Certainly
totally
one of them.
Agree.
James Knight also says, tough love, Jake. If Popovich or more senior head coaches says it, we're okay.
Yeah, you are, because that's Popovich or Steve Kerr or Doc Rivers or
James Knight is here for it today. He
James,
is here for it today.
So let me get this right, James. Let me get this right. The show that's broken news for how long? 18 months on the Jazz? Haven't been wrong on the Jazz yet. And you want to tell us that we don't know the pulse of the locker room? Yeah, we know the pulse of the locker room. We have very much information coming in. So we can just set that one aside, number one. Number two, as far as this coaching thing, yeah, dude, Will Hardy does not get the benefit of the doubt. You're a new head coach. I love what he's doing overall. I think he's done a great job this year. Like I said, I think they're overachieving. I really this could be a 20-win team, dude. You could be really bad, but you're not really bad. That's a bad loss for this team, losing to the Spurs. Understand why you would be upset, but I'm never going to say that for Will Hardy, a new head coach in a new situation 6 months into the job, that it's okay to throw your guys under the bus you've won 3 out of 5.
That's right.
I'm
not. Totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Hey, real quick, did you guys see this story on Messi? This is a serious situation. Gunmen shoot up Lionel Messi's wife's family store in Argentina and left a note saying, "We're waiting for you." How about this story?
Dude, that's a different world, bro.
This family store of theirs is in the third biggest city in Argentina, Rosario. And apparently these dudes rolled up on motorcycles, fired a dozen shots into a store owned by Messi's in-laws, and left a note for Messi before driving away on their motorcycles saying, "We are waiting for you."
The ink isn't dry yet.
This just happened an hour ago, this story, bro.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think, quick sidebar on this. Yeah, I think that international soccer stars, I think they have to deal with stuff like this because they come from a place that, frankly, is not nearly as civilized as the United States. We're sheltered here. We have a certain level of normalcy here, a certain level of safety. And I get it. There are worse spots than others in our country. But I think it's safe to say that a lot of that type of thing's not happening here.
No. God, I would hope not. That's crazy, man. Teddy Wayman says, I think Hardy took it a little too personally losing against his former team. Still wasn't a big deal to me. Not a big deal. Exactly, Teddy. Not a big deal. We're good. Devin Pohl says, afternoon, Hacks. Just got here. Good to see you, Devin.
Man? What's up?
Good to see you. James Knight says, SGA won't play. He's in COVID protocols indefinitely. Forever. Okay. Let's see. Arlington Bear says, just got here. We talking Pac-12 TV yet? Not yet.
Nah,
Karn?
you got about, I don't know, 35 minutes maybe.
Although we are talking about the Big 5-0 birthday bash.
That's right.
It's all lined out now. It is all lined out now in the tens of thousands of dollars we've spent to put this event on.
Bro. Money goes out way easier than it comes in, bro.
Oh, my God. Seriously, just light my wallet on fire.
Yeah.
And just throw the thing in the Hudson because it's not good.
Please.
This event's going to be amazing. Brant Keithy and Max Tooley will join us next Friday night here at the Maverick Center against the Kansas City Mavericks. We are getting a fully catered taco bar experience. We have a whole mini golf course that's going to be set up inside this room. The custom cake is going to be there. It's going to be amazing. The door prizes are going to be amazing. PXG Golf is going to be there. We are going to have a season pass to the Canyons Golf Course. The official golf course of the Monty Show is Canyons Golf in Park City. We're giving away a season pass. We're giving away free rounds.
Yes.
I mean, this event's going to be crazy. Oh, by the way, there's also a hockey game. Oh, by the way, there's also the Stanley Cup that's going to be on display the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, just,
it's
just a little weekend. I mean, it's no big deal, but
it's just a week from today.
Or
tomorrow, excuse me. And then we jet off to Arizona for spring training. The Big 5-0 Birthday Bash with Brand Keithy and Max Tooley, presented by Bucked Up and Papa Murphy's Pizza. A week from tomorrow.
Boom.
It is going to be incredible.
Boom.
And I am certain that you are aware by now that our good friends at Bucked Up are the official energy drink of the Monty Show. I'm telling you, my favorite. Oh, the can is so cold.
Okay. It's a little warm in here today.
It is. It's back to 80. It was 81 degrees.
I thought you said it's back to 80 in here.
It is so hot in the Maverick Center, and I don't know why. There's like a robot beating contest going on. Like these robots are killing each other.
It's actually really cool.
These high school geniuses from around the country have come in. They're building these robots. They're battling. But, bro, it's legit hot on the main concourse here at the Maverick Center.
Yeah.
And there's nothing better.
Yeah, like I'll take another drink. I'm with you.
Than an ice cold Bucked Up. To help cool it off, it's 80 degrees in the Monty Show compound.
Doors open, like, we're just
let's
chilling
go, man.
here, bro.
Yeah, we're just chilling in like a villain here at the Maverick Center. Bucked Up. BuckedUp.com. Use the promo code Monty to get 20% off your purchase. That's only good online. BuckedUp.com. Use the promo code Monty to get 20% off your purchase, or you can click the link down below in the description here to get free samples. So many people have asked me about different kinds of pre-workouts. Dude, they've got every kind you want, and you can get a free sample of every kind that you want. At Bucked Up, they do it all. Like if you want low stimulant, hey, they've got that too. You want high stimulant, they've got that too.
I want it.
Click the link. You get 3 free samples of your choice and a free shaker, and their shaker is spectacular. Everybody in the comments, I'm sure you will agree with that. The shaker is one of the best ones you'll ever get. I'm telling you, BuckedUp.com, promo code Monty, or click the link to get your 3 free samples and a shaker from Bucked Up. Make sure you tell them you heard about it on the Monty Show. Of course, you can always, here in Utah, go into any of the Bucked Up Energy stores. They'll give you a free Bucked Up Energy can. When you say, hey, I heard about you on the Monty Show, they're going to give you a free Bucked Up Energy. 0 sugar. The black can has 300 milligrams of caffeine. The white can has 100. And I'm telling you, the Bucked Up Energy just hits different.
It does.
Like it lights you up. You feel more energetic. You have more mental clarity. Miami's my flavor.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that feeling.
Bomb,
right?
dude. So good.
No belching today.
Yeah, so you got in trouble for that apparently, or like that.
Yeah,
was
I drank a
not
Bucked Up on the
received.
show yesterday, and I belched loudly about 12 times. Mrs. Monty was unamused. I got my bag slapped for that when I got home. But going to any Bucked Up store, I personally shop at South Jordan or Murray. The Orem store is great. Farmington Station, all across the Wasatch Front. St. George, where my guy Capazzo is. Hop in, go in, tell me you heard about it on the Monty Show. They'll give you a free Bucked Up. And again, you guys, click on the 3 free sample link down below. 3 free samples in a shaker from Bucked Up. Lee Jensen says, should we bring anything to the event? I mean, just $1 million for my birthday gift.
It's a birthday party, like,
You know. By the way, if you're a member of the program, make sure that you RSVP'd.
Yeah.
I want to make sure everybody knows that because we have to have a head count.
Right.
We're trying to keep it kind of smaller. At one point, we thought it was going to be like 500 people. Can't do that. We're trying to keep it right around 100, but there's just so many people that want to come to this event. So we cannot accommodate everybody. So many people have asked to come to the event.
Yeah.
We are really trying to keep this under 100 at this point. Like, it's just,
Damn. It happened. See, it happened.
It just flows. Excuse me. It's one of those things that, not everybody can get into the event.
Right.
So
That's
I
right,
appreciate
Pete.
everybody. All of our members plus one are in. Ken says Miami. I like Miami as
Miami's
well.
bomb, dude.
Car Wash Channel says, here's why the Jazz are struggling is because we don't play defense and we can't stop teams from scoring. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. You don't play defense, you can't do it. You can't.
Yeah.
Gumby Extra Regular says burp. I say, you know what, man? Yeah, I mean, you can leave. Yeah, you can leave. That's fine. People are like, hey, did you guys open the door? Yes, it's 1,000 degrees in here. If you could help us out, Gumby Extra Regular says burp. Ken says haha. See, it just got me, man. I was in the middle of a sentence.
Yeah, you didn't even chug it today. I mean,
I didn't. I was
took
just
a couple sips, and it just
it
snuck
happens,
up.
man. It happens.
Like when you've got multiple cans of bucked up energy in front of you, you probably shouldn't chug them all. You should probably just take sips, and yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Christopher Shannon says, get Monty a Hitachi. A hibachi? A hibachi. Capazzo says, thanks for the shout out. You're welcome, Capazzo. We appreciate you being here, Lewis. Ken says, haha. Wayne Gerbach says, warning, you guys are likely breaking Utah statutory law if you don't discuss Pac-12 conference chaos within the first hour of the show. Well, see, and this is what happens now. Everybody's like, hey, man, have you guys spread any false rumors about the Pac-12?
No.
Like, there was a guy on Twitter today who's like, oh, they've told George Kliavkoff to go back to ESPN and ask for more money.
Come on, guy.
It doesn't work that way, dude. It does not work that way. You know what I'm saying? Janine Britannica. How are the encyclopedias,
Hello,
Janine?
Hello.
No TV deal, no problem. Pac-12 athletics coming soon to DVD and Blu-ray at the Big 12 truck stop near you. Wow.
Damn.
We have not had
We
have not had a bomb like that in forever. Jake, I see a spider behind you guys. LOL.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, what do you mean? Quinn B says, if the Jazz extend Clarkson, do you think they keep him in the starting lineup? I like him more as a six-man. I think he's a six-man. Jordan Clarkson's a guy you bring off the bench. He is not a guy that you start. We have to be careful when we talk about Jordan because the Philippine Mafia generally comes out after us.
I'm going to get medieval on your ass.
They're going to messy us.
Yeah, they're going to messy us. Thank you, Jake. I like Jordan on the club. He's a sixth man, period.
Yeah.
He cannot be a starter on this team.
I like him at 15 a year, not 25 a year.
Totally agree. Teddy says, I'm so done talking Pac-10. Me too. Devon Pohl says, this Pac-12 talk has me fried.
Okay, so here's the thing. That's why we intentionally did Jazz first today. Everyone's like, oh, this is so tired, and, I'll be back in a half hour for Jazz talk. And that's why we did Jazz first today, man. We listened.
Because there is a significant Pac-10-12 story.
Yeah, we chose to put that second today to appease the masses.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just saying. Ken Williams says, I want the Jazz to sign Dunn, and they probably will. He's done enough to get a training camp deal. There's no doubt about that in my mind. He's done enough. He's absolutely done enough. Janine says, Monty, it's not Blu-ray. It's Blur-ray here in 12 country. Blur-ray.
Blur-ray.
Hey, Blur-ray.
Please.
I was watching a show where they were milking a cow.
You just have to snap out of it a little bit.
When they attach
Wait, I thought you said you were watching a show about milking a cow.
No, where they were milking cows. And they were attaching the things to the teats.
The milkers?
Yeah, there you go. The suckers on the teats.
The suckers.
And this cow, this cow dropped a deuce the size of a small foothill. I'm serious. If you built a house on that cow's dung, the pile of dung that cow left, you could build a house and call it Hillside. I'm not even kidding.
It's internal.
Gumby Extra Regular says udders. Exactly.
Udders.
Exactly. Maury Alvarez says, Jake, there is no appeasing the masses. Totally
I know.
agree.
Seriously, dude.
Totally
Seriously.
agree. Ruggs 89 New York. Ainge tried to play the Knicks. This is karma. We will never forget. Okay, so wait. Let me get this right. Ruggs, you're saying that you're glad you didn't make the Donovan Mitchell trade.
And
because I think that was a huge mistake. Because you not only paid Jalen, you gave up a second-round pick to flirt with him.
Jackass.
You You didn't sign Donnie, and now he's having a career year in Cleveland.
Right.
And it's because you didn't want to either give up another pick or, like, what's the logic behind that?
Doesn't make you feel responsible.
Now, having said that, the Knickerbockers are 5th in the East.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I would appreciate you taking the slander off their name, but you won't. But you look at the way they're playing, and you look at what they're getting from Randall and Robinson and Brunson. And I will even say Quentin Grimes has blossomed quite nicely into a full-grown adult male basketball player. He's averaging 10 points a game. But if you look at his game log, isn't this remarkably similar to what we saw from Walker Kessler before he took this big jump?
Mm-hmm.
He puts up 22 against Brooklyn. Now, granted, Thibodeau being his coach means he's not going to get consistency or any kind of instruction. But he's a guy that can give you 20, or he's a guy that'll give you 1 point in 22 minutes against the Jazz. But by the way, he's doing what you got to do to win games.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's doing the best he can.
You should have given up Quentin Grimes to get Donovan Mitchell. Like, is that even? I'm being serious. Is that even a question anymore?
No.
That the Knicks should have made the Don trade.
Donnie, you're out of your element.
Are they not top 3 in the East right now? I don't think they're Boston good. I think they're Milwaukee good, especially with all the injuries Milwaukee has had.
Yeah.
I don't know if they could defend. Nobody's defending Joe. But I think they're probably better and more well spread out than Philly is.
Yeah, I mean, I think that when you're playing Philly, just because you can't defend Embiid like at a high level, I don't think that makes Philly unbeatable. It makes them tough, but I think there are ways, it's like the classic, hey, you've got the one dominant guy and then you got to figure everyone else out. So, I mean, yeah, I think Cleveland is, they're reaping the benefits of Donovan Mitchell. And I think that, that was a great trade for them. I think for the Knicks, you'd love to have Donnie, but you don't. Now it's time to turn Grimes into something. Again, as I always say, you got to turn these guys into something. Whether you keep them or trade them, that's up to you, but he's got to turn into something, man.
Yeah, and anybody who's watched this show knows I'm a huge Knick guy. I believe in what they're doing. I believe that Leon Rose is that dude. But I don't know. Rugg says, we about to take 4th seed from Mitchell and the Cavs. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think Mitchell Robinson is going to be and has been really important.
Yep.
And I just, again, this is going to come down to R.J. Barrett. Where you go in the playoffs will come down to R.J. Barrett. Because people are going to shut down Julius Randle. I think Jalen's always going to get his. Who's the third guy?
Yeah.
Who's the third guy? That's where Donnie would have made a difference for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Ruggs, I appreciate you standing by your take, man.
Yeah.
I
That's
do.
Cool. I
do.
don't have an issue with the take. I just disagree. That's all.
Yeah. Let's see. SA, is Frank Jackson a waste of a roster spot? Well, if you're not going to play him. I mean, Juzang got in before Frank Jackson.
Another conversation around Will Hardy. We've seen this before, right? Where guys will just rot on the bench for 2 weeks. We've seen that.
You're playing. I mean, you're giving a guy his debut before you will play Frank Jackson.
Yeah.
That's debut.
Right.
Anyway, you're giving a guy his NBA debut, his maiden voyage, before you play Frank Jackson? That seems a little, are you guys surprised by that?
Yeah, I mean, it seems a little
I'm a little
interesting to
surprised
me.
by that.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised by that. Ryan Buckley, what's up with you, Ryan? Good afternoon, my guys. Good to see you, RB. Lopes fan Gabe says, like button casuals, where are we? Yeah, we're only at 42 likes. Hit it. Let's go. If all 121 of you would hit the button, that's awesome. Car Wash Channel says, do you have the member link to join member? Yes, I do. Well, in fact.
Whoa. Dude, were you about to send the launch codes into the chat?
I was.
Jackass.
I'm a terrible business owner because I forgot that I had copied the Messi story. That Messi story is terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, it's gnarly. Someone shows up at your house, shoots your business, not your house, your business, shoots your business up, and leaves a note saying we're waiting for you. That's
and
probably
they're not even there for you. They're there for your famous relative. There you go. Car Wash. I just dropped it in the chat there. Tyler P says, I'm completely over any and all Rudy Gay minutes. Seriously. Hello? What are we doing there? Rugg says, okay, I respect your newfound stance on the Knicks. For the record, y'all was wrong. How were we wrong?
How were we wrong, bro?
You should have traded Grimes and what was it, 5 or 6 picks?
Yeah.
For Donovan Mitchell. How many chances are you going to get it done? And now he's having a career year. And again, if you had Jalen and you had Randall having the years they're having with Don having the year he's having, forget it. You're in it. You're absolutely in it. You are absolutely in it.
Completely agree.
Car Wash Channel says, thanks, Monty. You're welcome.
Excuse me, it's Monty.
Hey, Monty. Coming up in 19 minutes, yes, we will get to Pac-12. Absolutely. All of our NBA talk on the Monty program is, as always, presented by our good friends at Quick Quack Car Wash. Anytime we're talking NBA, anytime we're talking Utah Jazz, you should think about the best car wash in the business because they can't stop and they won't stop checking you out.
Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you the secret to impressing my neighbors, the wife, coworkers, you name it. I just swing by Quick Quack. It seriously takes 2 minutes, and people can't stop, won't stop checking me out. Getting a clean car is definitely my best life hack. Kids are messy, camping's dirty, but my truck sure isn't.
There you go. Can't stop, won't stop checking you out. And you know what? Just because you guys are so freaking phenomenal, we're going to give you 50% off of any car wash at Quick Quack Car Wash. Let me
really
this
did.
out. Right? Let me take the ticker down.
Yeah.
There you go. Scan that QR code. If you're on a phone, take a screen grab of it. It'll give you a coupon to get 50% off of any Quick Quack Car Wash just by scanning this here beautifully structured
QR
code and stuff.
Yeah.
That's good through March 5th. So 3 more days. Make sure you hook it up at Quick Quack Car Wash. Again, tell them you heard about it on the Monty program.
Hey, Monty.
But also, you know what the thing I love about Quick Quack Car Wash is? You go in there, and the people are really friendly. They're wearing shirts and ties. They're smiling. And I also love that you don't have to deal with, like, some credit card stand. You know when you go to a car wash and you just stick your credit card in a machine and you got to reach? You don't have to do that. At Quick Quack, especially if you're a member, they put your license plate in, boom, done. That's it. You're through. You're in and out in 5 minutes. I love it. Quick Quack Car Wash. Make sure you tell them you heard about it on the Monty program. They bring you all of our NBA and Utah Jazz talk. Brady Cook says, I didn't see Laurie get the ball in the fourth quarter that much because THT had the ball. Don't get me started on THT.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
Dude. Oh, Ruggs, come on. See, Ruggs, now you've gone off the rails. Now you've gone off the... Stop drinking water out of the Hudson, dude.
Now you're a Knicks fan guy.
Stop drinking water out of the Hudson, bro. Quickly and Grimes will be better than Spider Mitchell. You're
Jackass.
high.
You see, you're still depressed because you didn't get Donnie. That's what it is.
And I get it. You want to rip the guy because you didn't get him. I totally understand it. He's having a career year. I mean, no. Now, I'm not playing your stupid little games, Ruggs.
You just have to, like, snap out of it a little bit.
If you look at, do you hear what you just said? Emmanuel Quickly averaging, all 12 points. Oh, yeah. I mean,
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
He projects to be better than Don. Who's averaging 27.5 points, 54 games, 4 rebounds, 5 dimes, 1.5 steals. Shooting 38% from 3 on 9.5 threes a game.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That's a lot of attempts, bro.
You guys understand. He's shooting 5 free throws a game. Like, you stop with this. He's shooting 56% from the floor, dude.
Yeah.
He's not going to be better than... Get the...
Because it's garbage.
Anyway,
yeah.
Ruggs, pretty average. I want to thank Ainge for the unreasonable offer, which is why we wisely declined.
Please.
I will vote for you for mayor because these kind of politicking words you're using are amazing. We're better off with what we have. You're not. Stop it.
We're on to Cincinnati.
Stop it. Tyler P says Ruggs 27-5-5 is far from struggling. That's what I'm saying.
Come on, dude.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Come on. Like, are we really doing that? James Knight says, just because I have opposing views to you guys, it doesn't give you a free pass to come for me, Jake, you smart ass. Yeah, you stop coming for James.
Listen, dude.
And by the way, if you're going to do that, you only do that on video chat.
Stay hard.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean? Listen, James, listen. You know what it is? Like, the next time you threaten to unsubscribe
I
from
said
the program,
video chat. You only do that on video chat with Jake.
bro.
I'm wasting my best material here.
Bro, what am I even... What? What am I supposed to say to that?
Stay hard.
James, I don't know why we go through these periods with you.
You know what's funny, James? And I do love you, bro. And I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you being the membership. I appreciate all that, man. But
I mean, I wish you'd have sent me my beer you owe me.
yeah, I mean, you're sitting here ripping us a new one, and you haven't even sent us 4X Gold yet, but it's fine. And you're not coming to the birthday bash, which is fine. I get it. Like, you have to do whatever it is that you do. But the point is that you do go through your flow, man. Like 2 weeks ago, you were actually saying nice things to us.
Yeah, and today very clearly is a heavy flow day. So when you go through the flow,
Stay hard.
That's not funny. That's not. Stop it, James. You're our dude.
I'm unfamiliar with it.
Yeah, I don't know why. Sometimes you just seem to get upset with us, and I don't understand it.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Lopes Fan Gabe says Monty is the master of painting an infomercial type picture of using a credit card at the car wash kiosk.
Hey, Monty.
Kiosk. Thank you.
Excuse me, it's credit card machine.
Thank you. I hate that when you got to like lean out the window and your man teat is getting bruised on the... Never mind. It's fine. CJ Vance, what's up, buddy? Says, do you think there's any chance of Jazz making a playoff push? They're in a playoff spot now.
Well, I mean, if they pass the ball when multiple jerseys are in front of them that aren't their own,
I mean,
like
that's the weirdest thing that he said. Will Hardy after the game last night, and if you're just joining the show, we're just talking about Will Hardy. Like, is Will Hardy he's doing a good job, but does he run too hot? Right? Does he get too, like he's trying to pipe guys on a nightly basis? Like, dude, settle down.
Pass. Yeah, pass. When you have the ball and there's multiple people that are wearing a jersey not like yours in front of you, you should throw it to somebody else. And we have 20 turnovers to prove that we just sort of refused to make the simple play over and over and over again. We would have little pop.
Dude.
Stay hard. Stay hard.
I mean, just over and over and over again. You have guys wearing a different jersey in front of you.
One more time. Just
pass. Yeah, pass. When you have the ball and there's multiple people that are wearing a jersey not like yours in front of you, you should throw it to somebody else.
Stay hard.
And the best part is, you guys, look at his face. Look how straight-faced he says that.
Pass. Yeah.
Not a
pass.
chuckle.
When you have the ball and there's multiple people that are wearing a jersey not like yours in front of you, you should throw it to somebody else. And we have 20 turnovers to prove that we just sort of refused to make the simple play over and over and over again. We would have little pockets where we did.
I mean, if you're a Utah Jazz man listening to that, are you pissed? You probably aren't taking that well.
The media goes into the locker room after the availability. Hey, Jordan, what did you think of what Will said?
Jackass.
Yeah, Will's comments. I believe in Will Hardy, and he's the best coach ever. And I gotta go. See you guys later.
Okay, take care. Like, I'm not saying he's doing a bad job, but I do think it's rather interesting that
was just a savage take. It was savage, bro.
What do you need your team to do to win games? Pass.
Dude.